Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Tepi. Hello, 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 hello. I just want to show you this yummy cover. Um, welcome, welcome. Hi. Oof. Happy New Year. Is it even happy? I don't know. um, Guys, so I took a little bit of a break, a very long break. But anyway, we are back with the lives. Every Friday at 5 o'clock, I will be reading for about less than 30 minutes. I don't want to make it too long. Um, so, yeah, how are you guys? I hope you guys have been good. You have been reading and you've managed to read some. I've seen some people have been like Speedy Gonzalez, that is good. I'm, however, reading okay, let me give you a bit of an update. What am I reading? Oh, I'm listening to a book by Terry McMillan and on the Libby app. So I listen to audiobooks whenever I feel like I can't pick up a physical book, which is quite helpful for me to keep up with just like my sanity, basically. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been reading Terry McMillan's I Almost Forgot About You. I don't know if you guys are into uh, audiobooks, but I am now a real fan. So that's what I've been reading. I did read the Mohale Mashiho's sophomore Intruders. I'm still busy with it. Physically, I haven't read a book this week. I tried to do it on Monday, but my mindset. So now I'm 75% into the audiobook, which is good. Um, yeah, and I've been getting book mail this week, which is also good for me. I just wait. There's a comment. My bookshelf. Hi, Chloe. Thank you so much. So I got this book this week from Afritondo. If you're not following them, they are tagged in the latest post. I actually posted something. I actually posted a picture of this book now. Yeah, just put it up in the comments as well. Afritondo. So I am going to be reading from this book today, and I've been sharing, like, I actually only shared one picture of one of the pictures that I took yesterday, because your Bookstagram, guys, the pictures, the setting, this. So I'm going to be sharing some outtakes from my little photo shoot, like, yeah, kuraf. But yeah, I got this from the good people at Afritondo. It is available online and on ebook everywhere. You can just check Afritondo. His website is afritondo.com. Yeah, so you can check that out. Hi, Samu. Hello, everybody. Thank you for those who've joined in. Um, so let me just read the back of the book, and then the book is, guys, it's so soft. It is, yeah, it's gorgeous. Even it just feels creamy. Like, I don't know if it just feels creamy, but this book is like love, basically. Chloe says, I loved Intruders and other short stories. Favorite was The High Heel Killer. Ooh, I still have to get there. My favorite is Manuka, the first one. But yeah, so yeah, let me just read the back of the book for you guys, and then I will start reading from one of the stories, because the stories from Nigeria, South Africa, Namibia, Remy Ngamije is in here. His story is actually the first one. I don't know if you can see that. And the title is Only Stars No Meaning of Space. Yep. So, if you're into anthologies, this is your thing. There's various voices. There's Nigeria, there is Ghana, Zimbabwe, and the United Kingdom. Abimbola Alaba is in the United Kingdom. Hi, Wangani. Hello. Hi, friend. Hello, Senzi. Hello. Thank you guys for joining me. Wangani says, I missed your live reads. Friend, I missed these two actually. So I'm quite happy to be back. But yeah, we're trying to keep it as short as possible, because part of my content plan will be sharing some pre-recorded. So I will be sharing pre-recorded videos onto the YouTube page exclusively. Yeah. How's everybody? Please comment and let me know what you've been reading, what you're up to. Okay, Yellow Means Stay is a collection of enthralling, humorous and heart-touching love stories from across Africa and the Black diaspora. It features new and award-winning writers from across the African continent and beyond. The stories are a dynamic blend of the poetic and narrative, the spousal and familial, the suggestive and explicit, the dramatic and measured, the straight and queer, the sad and humorous, the past and the future, life and afterlife. Through its pages, readers enter the world of African literature, love and romance. So yeah, I haven't decided which story I am going to read, because I've only sampled one and I don't want to read from that. But let me the last story is the title, Yellow Means Stay. But I will be reading, because, okay, let me give you a backstory. I have read from Jared Thompson previously. One of the South African, because there's three South African authors in here. So I'm gonna read Good Help is Hard to Find by Jared Thompson. I can't even okay, I will just let me find a quick Good Help is hard to find. Yeah. How are you guys? Good to see everyone. Oh my gosh. Good Help is hard. So don't forget, this book is available in stores. I'm not sure if in South Africa if it is open, available, because the Afritondo is still looking for. They're still in talks with a distributor, so it should be maybe February, March, somewhere there. But it is available online on Amazon as well, so you can sample. And every story opens up with a quote, an African proverb, and this one opens up with "Pretend you are dead, and you will see who really loves you," an African proverb. Okay, so this is Good Help is Hard to Find by Jared Thompson. It takes me 3 taxis to reach Saxon World, where Mrs. Karine de Villiers stays. 2 to reach Gandhi Square, and another one to reach Rosebank Mall. Then I walk from Rosebank Mall into the suburb, along pavements lined with oak trees, past gardeners walking dogs whose owners are on their way to work. Here's Greta, the oldest of our group of ladies who make the journey into Saxon world every morning. Greta's 65, pushing retirement, but you'll never say. Her skin is smooth like the china I keep wrapped in newspaper on the bottom shelf of my kitchen cupboard. Compliment Greta on her skin and she's likely to go off on a rant, talking about how keeping skin supple and strong takes years of consistent sunblock application during the day and a cleansing, toning, exfoliating, and moisturizing regimen that I doubt even the people at L'Oreal have figured out. Hey, NC. Greta, me, Maggie, and Lerato always walk into Saxon world together, dropping one another off at the 10-foot gates of our respective employers. Mrs. de Villiers' home is at the end of our street, so I'm always the one left to walk the little extra bit of pavement alone with my thoughts. Pamela! Pam! Mrs. de Villiers calls. I've been washing the family's delicates this morning, noticing the subtle skid marks left by Mr. de Villiers, who didn't time one of his bathroom breaks at work very well. Coming! I dry my hands and walk up the staircase. Mrs. de Villiers is in one of her moods. I can tell because it's pushing midday and she still hasn't gotten out of bed. The burgundy curtains are half drawn, casting light across the bed and dividing it in two. There's a half-drunk wine glass on the side counter with an empty bottle of Chenin Blanc on the floor. Yes, ma'am, I say, coming into the bedroom, pretending to be tidying up and not noticing that she's tipsy before 12. Have you seen that lilac dress of mine? You know, the sexy lace one with the off-the-shoulder sleeve? Didn't you go out with it last week? I remember you asked me to make sure it was clean. Oh yes, that's right. The art exhibition. Silly. Her voice trails off. I can see she's remembering something. Something she's trying not to remember. When she realizes I'm still standing there, she snaps out of it. I just felt like having a little lay-in, you know. I'll be getting up soon. No rush, I'm still doing washing downstairs. She turns to grab the glass of wine and finishes it in one quick gulp, shifting over in the bed and burying her face in the pillows. I know when Mrs. de Villiers has a sleep in, there's something bothering her. She's not really the type to lie in bed all day. In fact, when I first started here, she'd wake up before 6, go to her morning yoga class, have breakfast at her favorite cafe in Rosebank, drop the twins off at school, and then come back home to me, washing, mopping, sweeping, ironing, polishing, clearing, and tidying every corner of her house. I'd sometimes get to see Mr. de Villiers on his way out to work when I arrived at the house. He'd nod and smile in my direction, with his beady eyes lingering a little too long on me for my liking. There was only sometimes, though. Most days, it's just me and Mrs. de Villiers in the house, and on Wednesdays and Fridays, Manuel works in the gardens. When I first started here, she was good at keeping herself busy during the day. She read in the lounge, watched a movie in the TV room, went through cookbooks on the veranda, and some afternoons worked for hours in the herb and vegetable garden she'd started alongside the house, right next to the tennis court that no one used. I'd watch her sometimes from the kitchen window as I polished pots and cleaned the stove, wanting to know what was going on in her head while she worked on her plants. I'd watch her put so much effort into that herb garden like she was growing the cure for cancer. Pam, Boosie's coming over for a late lunch. Please set up a cute little table for us by the pool. It's such a warm, sunny day. I need to get my vitamin D. Yes, sure. I'll do that now before I pick up the... I'll do that now before I pick the kids up. I'm glad she's finally managed to get out of bed. I'll be upstairs showering if you need me. Mrs. de Villiers walks over to the wine cabinet and selects another bottle of white, then turns around and walks upstairs like I am not there watching her get drunker by the hour. Before midday. She'd never usually... That's not what's written here, guys. I'm just observing Mrs. de Villiers. Hello. Hi, everybody. She'd never usually drink like this. There was only one occasion where I remember her drinking this much. It was around the time Mr. de Villiers asked her to leave her job at the university. Well, it was more like telling than asking. I was coming into the house after hanging up the washing when I heard frantic voices coming from their bedroom. I didn't want the kids to hear any of that, so I made them sit by the pool and do their homework. Mrs. de Villiers was a big-shot lecturer at one of the universities in Joburg. She never told me which one or what she lectured in. That's the past, Pam, she'd tell me, but it wasn't much of a mystery to figure out. While cleaning the library, I came across books on art, history, poetry, novels, and plays of all kinds. I guessed her expertise to lie somewhere in between all those books. One day, curiosity got the better of me, and I picked out a book when she had left the house. It was a book of love poetry. I had tried to write poetry in high school, about boys and crushes and periods and not being understood by anyone. The usual teenage things. But I always felt like I was rambling rather than writing poetry. It definitely wasn't the poetry we were reading in English class. So I stopped before I passed grade 10. I sat down on the edge of the couch and opened the book to a random page. Love Letter by Sylvia Plath. It read, "Not easy to state the change you made. If I'm alive now, then I was dead. Though, like a stone, unbothered by it, staying put according to habit." The sound of the front gate rolling open came through the window, and without thinking, I stuffed the book into my pocket and continued cleaning. I actually want to stop now. Yeah, I want to stop now. I feel like Pam... I actually like Jared's writing. I will also link up maybe in one of the... Actually, I will share the reading that I did. It's actually on Instagram TV. You can check it out. I want to stop. Okay, I'll only read one page. I think Paul and Elise up from Rosebank Prep at 2 o'clock. Oh, I pick Paul and Elise, so it's a girl and a boy. So Mrs. de Villiers has twins. It's a girl and a boy, pigeon pair. Hey, just like me. And she, patriarchy, obviously made her leave her job as a lecturer. She didn't choose to leave, So yeah, so Pam picks up the twins, but Mrs. de Villiers drops them off. And obviously she spends her days doing all sorts of things and drinking. I pick Paul and Elise up from Rosebank Prep at 2 o'clock, except on Tuesdays and Thursdays when Paul has soccer and Elise has piano. They're twins who look alike, although Paul has short hair and Elise's is long. Other than that, they're pretty similar. Sometimes, when I'm walking home with them, I like to imagine how they'll change into grown-ups. Paul will grow facial hair like his father. Elise will have breasts like her mother. Paul's shoulders will widen. Elise's hips will do the same. I tried bringing Simone to the house sometimes to play with the twins, hoping they'd get along because they're the same age. But I don't think Simone likes coming to the house. She always gets into a fight with one of the twins, usually over something stupid, like someone wasn't playing a game properly. I keep telling Simone she must choose her friends wisely. You never know what the future might bring, I tell her, but that girl doesn't listen to me. When we reach the house, I hear Mrs. de Villiers and her friend laughing. "Oh, Pam," Mrs. de Villiers waves me over. "Coming." I send the twins into the house to start on their homework. Mrs. de Villiers loves introducing me to her new friends. "Bussy, this is the godsend I keep telling you about. No one gets stains out my white linen like this woman right here. And this spread. Pam, we were just saying what great attention to detail you have for things." Oh, Bukaren, I mean, all these lovely little snacks you've laid out here are just divine. And the flowers are a nice touch too. "You really are so lucky, Karine," Bussy says, looking me up and down through her big black sunglasses. "Nice to meet you, Pam. Heard only good things." She offers her hand for me to shake. Her skin feels like she bathes in coconut oil daily, and her fingernails are a luminous orange that hurts my eyes. "Nice to meet you too," I smile, wondering why I need to go through this every time Mrs. de Villiers feels like having new people over for late lunch. She always does this. Pay me compliments about my attention to detail, tell me how well I set the table, and things like that. It's like she forgets she's the one who's told me exactly how she wants the table set, from snacks to decor to drinks and what should be poured in which kind of glass. She confuses me sometimes, but I try not to think about it too much. I'm fortunate enough to have a tea break in my busy work schedule. Greta, Maggie, and Lerato only get breakfast and lunch. I take my tea on the grass outside the gate, next to Joseph's security hut. Joseph is a chubby man, armed with a walkie-talkie and an expired can of pepper spray. I keep telling him he should replace the pepper spray for his safety, but he says pepper spray doesn't expire, despite the can clearly having an expiration date emblazoned across it. "How's your wife and son doing?" I ask as he fiddles with his little radio. "They're good, Pam. Wife is pregnant with another one. Boy turned 4. Boy just turned 4. Oh, that's lovely. Is it? Isn't it?" He gives me this look like I should know what he means, but I don't. I always thought it was much easier raising kids with someone else. We sit in silence after this. So Pam is a single mother. Hi, Puling. Hello, everybody who just came in. You just missed all the story, actually, because I'm just about to stop. He gives me this look like I should know what he means, but I don't. I always thought it was much easier raising kids with someone else. We sit in silence after this. Joseph listening to his radio and waving at some of the cars driving by while I sip my tea and soak in the afternoon sun. "It's a bit hot for tea, isn't it?" he asks. "It usually cools you down." He scoffs at me. He's in a strange mood today. I decide to leave him alone and head back inside through the back gate so Mrs. de Villiers won't see me and feel like calling me over again. The back gate is located between some hedges leading onto a pathway that sneaks past the pool and into the kitchen through the garage. That's one of the things I like about this house. It's easy to move around and not be seen if you know the routines of the people living here. I was walking back to check on the twins when Mrs. de Villiers said something that caught my ear. I can't believe I did that. It was just so out of character for me. I stopped on the pathway behind the hedges. "Well, I don't know what to tell you. We were all surprised, but you seemed pretty sure that night," Bussy said. And that's where I will stop. and that was Jared Thompson's Good Help is Hard to Find. And with that, I'm going to read the back for Jared's bio. So you can look him up. Jared has actually featured on the Johannesburg Review of Books. So you can just go onto Johannesburg Review of Books and check that out. Okay. Jared Thompson is a queer, mixed-race writer, researcher, and academic. He has published poetry, fiction, and non-fiction in multiple publications, including the Living While Feminist Anthology, published in 2020 by Kwela Books and compiled by Jennifer Thorpe. His fiction publications include the Johannesburg Review of Books, Image Outright in 2018, and The Heart of the Matter in 2019, among others. His short story, Changing Eyes, was longlisted for the Commonwealth Short Story Prize, and his poetry and fiction was shortlisted for the 2019 Gerald Crack Award and Anthology. So that is from Yellow Means Stay, an African anthology of love stories from Africa, edited by Allwell, Uwazuruike, Confidence Uwazuruike, and Munachim, Amah. I hope I didn't butcher their surname. Yeah, let me go through the comments. Oh gosh, okay, so y'all didn't want me to stop. I'm so sorry. Bubbles and Bridget and Chloe didn't want me to stop. Thank you for the compliment on the hair. This is very weird, but yeah, I'm getting used to it. Okay, so hello. Okay, so this is such good writing, right? Jared, you guys need to really look his stories up, because he does brilliantly with short stories as well. This is the first time I've joined your live reading. I've been missing out. Love it. Oh, hello. Thank you so much. I think it's Khadi. Yeah, that's your first name. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. But yeah, thank you very much. So all the stories that I've read over the past year are on here and on YouTube. Some of them I've loaded up on YouTube. The last one that I did last year, I didn't load it up. So when I do load this one up, because I'm gonna stop sharing all the stories on Instagram TV at some point, I am gonna keep everything on YouTube. I will be loading this up within the day, but yeah, within the weekend probably. But yeah, let me see. So thank you so much for joining me. Who else said me too? My friend Mahadi. Me too, and I'm loving it so much. Thank you so much. Bridget says nice one. Thank you. And Tepi wants to know, what did Mrs. De Villiers do? We wonder, because it was out of character and she was, and remember, it was the evening she went out. Interesting. Thank you, Bubbles. Bubbles says interesting. I enjoyed the read. Thank you. What is it that you heard? Guys, Mrs. De Villiers. So I feel like Mrs. De Villiers did something that she wasn't supposed to do that night, and yeah, she probably didn't go with her husband or something. But I like how Jared eases you into the story and lays the characters for you, like, smoothly. Okay, this is Pam, and she's a single mom. Good help is hard to find. I feel like, hold on, there's a question. Oh, okay. Diteto says, I loved it. Thank you so much. It's not a question, it's a comment. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm so glad that the audio and the actual live went smoothly. So I will be saving this up. Time is up for us, guys. So remember, I will be posting these I'll post this live like on IGTV, and then I'll load it up on YouTube for those who've missed it. And just for archiving purposes, I do load all the readings onto YouTube. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. I would appreciate it. And yeah, I will be reading again next week, Friday at 5 o'clock. I've got like a lot of plans for the pages. I will be sharing more on the website, and I will be sharing more on YouTube. So please do subscribe if you are on YouTube. Actually, just please subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, there will be more book giveaways and collaborations and. It feels so good to be back. And I hope that I will be able to pick up a book, a physical book this week or this weekend. And I hope the same for you guys. I will see you next week, Friday at 5 o'clock sharp. Thanks, guys. And thank you for the compliment on my hair. See you guys next week, Friday. Bye, Diteta. Thank you for interacting, guys. And I appreciate it. I'll see you next week, Friday. Bye. Now I've even forgotten how to end a live. Guys, yay. It's been too long. Okay.